There's good news for the UK stock market. It's unbelievable. Businesses in the FTSE 100, or to give it its formal name, the Financial Times Stock Exchange, consists of the 100 biggest British businesses. These businesses are forecast to pay out over £85 billion worth of dividends this year. A dividend is a payment made to a shareholder of part of the profit that firm makes. FTSE 100 businesses will also be increasing their share buyback programs. This is where the company buys back its own shares from the free market. For example, on this diagram, we'd first see higher demand for the shares, but also we'd see lower supply. And that's because these shares are being removed from the market. So that means the amount of shares on the market goes down, but the price of these shares go up. If you're an investor holding these shares, your asset is going to be worth more now. So how are businesses in the FTSE 100 able to afford this right now? So we're going to use BP as an example. This is not financial advice, I'm just randomly choosing BP because they're in the FTSE 100. So BP this year recorded profits in the first quarter of $6.2 billion. Now, they didn't make that last year, but let's imagine they had. Last year, in October 2021, $1 bought you 73 pence. So 1 equals 73 pence. Now, BP make their money in dollars because they're an oil trading company. Oil is traded in the US dollar, so the revenue that BP gain is going to be in the US dollar. But as they're a British business, they will move their profits back into the UK and therefore exchange dollars for pounds. Now, 1 year ago, as we said, in October 2021, they would have got 73 pence. That means if they had made £6.2 billion last year, they would have made £4.526 million in profit when they transferred those profits into the UK. But we know now that times have changed. The dollar is now worth comparatively more than it was a year ago. It's appreciated, and that's because more investors want to hold their wealth in dollars because they see it as a safe currency. That means the demand for dollars is going to go up to D2, and that's going to give us our new exchange rate. Now $1 today at the time of recording this video will buy you 90 pence. So now when BP transfer their profit into pounds, they get $5,580 million. That effectively means that their profit has gone up by $1,054 million. Now note, their profit actually hasn't changed in US dollars, but what's happened is the exchange rate is now higher, meaning they get more pounds for the dollars when they transfer them in. And it's this extra profit which allows these businesses to increase their dividend payments and to buy back shares. So whilst this is great news for the FTSE 100 companies, and possibly the UK stock market more broadly, it's important to remember the famous adage: the stock market is not the economy.